Hours of rest, after all my outings yesterday. I think I was able to recuperate or regain energies lost while busy over the weekend. How's your mind? How is your body? And how is your soul? How you doing? What's happening around you? It's day 11 of the last month of the year 2023, and there's a lot to be grateful for. In fact, today I will say to you, be grateful. Be grateful because the truth of the matter is you may not have everything, but you have life. Think of the someone who was supposed to celebrate his birthday the following day, but lost his life a day before. Think of the accidental bombing somewhere down the north, but you're not one of those victims. So yeah, everything may not be looking up for you as planned, but the truth of the matter is there is hope as long as we have life. So we keep hope alive. I think it's the message I want to be preaching up until the end of 2023. Having faith, having hope. What are we discussing today on the sunny side? Okay, so this conversation will take us up until 1 o'clock. Trending stories comes up. Thereafter, we round off. And then it will be time for BBC Talk Your Own. And then the final hour, as always on Monday, is going to be shared with your series on family matters. We're going to be talking headstarts for succeeding in life. Permit me to say this, but it's funny how sometimes conversations between friends and family members can make for great conversations on radio like the one we're going to be having now. You see, over the years, I have heard people say things like this, and I never for once thought of things in that manner until it became real to me when I had close persons benefit from having a head start. I will explain. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you confused. You may have one or two friends who are succeeding today, and you wish that if only you had some of the privileges they had, some of the advantages they had, you would be succeeding as well. You would even be doing a lot better than they are. Friends from rich backgrounds, friends who know somebody really, really influential, courtesy of their parents or the relationships and the networks their parents formed in time past. Friends who were, benefactors of one benevolent individual. Some people believe that some people succeed in life or at an advantaged position because of the kind of head start received from family and some good people in their life. Now, how beneficial can having a head start be in the long run? Maybe a discussion for another day. But what are head starts? Head starts are basically an advantage granted or gained at the beginning of something. So at the beginning of the journey to success, there may be some advantage that you have over your contemporaries. And that is why things may be going well for you and they're not going well for your friends. I will classify education as a head start. And I will explain. You see, there's a limit to the opportunities that can come your way if you are not educated at all. You don't have a formal education. You cannot read and write. And that is why even at old age, some people are still taking advantage of the option of having what we call an adult basic education. Because they have been doing business and it seems like people keep cheating them because they cannot understand simple ISEs. They cannot understand clauses. They may have invested monies in places that you shouldn't have because they did not read and they could not understand what it meant, and they could not even explore the option of having someone who is knowledgeable in such areas explain it to them in simple terms that they can relate with. So they say, you know what? My apprentice has been cheating me. My business partners have been cheating me. My customers have been cheating me because I no get the basic education. So me, I go enroll for adult education. Make me self for sabi how to read and write. Now, beyond knowing how to read and write is even acquiring a university degree. That way, when opportunities come up for graduates, you can also identify yourself as a graduate. And it's funny how in life sometimes it doesn't matter what you read. It shocked me when I went for an excursion at a banking hall and I discovered someone who did not do anything related to banking is working in the bank and is holding, is in an executive position. So here it is. The entry point for that particular bank is at least be a graduate. Once you're a graduate, you've done your NYSC, then leave the rest to us. You'll be subjected to trainings and retrainings that will help you fit into the, what's the word I'm looking for now? Fit into the type of staff member. I know that's not the word, but let me just use this one. Fit into the type of staff member that you're expecting to work in line with the vision and mission of the bank or any other company you can possibly think of. Would it shock you to know that some of us broadcast journalists did not initially reach journalism? We did something else. Some of us even did something along the medical line. But the fact that we had a university degree, first things first. So that's a head start. That's an advantage. So if they're going to consider people for a job, the advantage some people would have is that they are graduates. That's one head start. Okay, so sorry I'm paying so much attention to education because I'm using that as something that we all can relate with. In fact, I was even asking my significant other this morning, do you think education is really, really something that will be classified as the head start of all head starts? And he said, of course, there's a limit, a huge limit. So except, of course, you have money stashed somewhere and you have properties to sell that you can use to finance your business. If you intend to work for someone, you will need education, even if it's basic education. Now, enough of education. I know some people who are educated who are still not succeeding. Someone was telling me about someone who came from a wealthy family. As a matter of fact, the person is a doctor, a PhD holder today, solely because of the investment of this person's family. So the father had money. At some point, the boy says he wanted to do business. The father financed the business. The boy went to school, had a first degree, went in for a master's. But because he had someone financing him, he could actually go for a PhD. And it will shock you to know how old this guy is. It may not even be up to 30. Now, some people classify coming from such homes as a head start. Yes. So if you probably had your father still alive, and if your father was only as sensible and as wise and well-to-do as this guy's father, just maybe you will be succeeding in Nigeria as well, and you may not need to jackpot. For some people, it's their mother. So my mom gave me a head start, okay? If my mom had not financed my business, if my mom had not, financed my education, I probably wouldn't be. For some people, it's their mother, all right? For other people, it is one person that saw hope in them, that saw dreams and said, you know what? I'm going to give you a scholarship. So for them, that scholarship became a head start. And that is why I'm asking today, if you look at your life now, what could have possibly been the head start that will give you an edge today? An edge at succeeding, that is. Now, it depends on what success is to you. For some people, success is acquiring degrees upon degrees. It must not accumulate into pounds and dollars or nairas and kobos. For some people, whatever they have in their bank account is a reflection of how they are succeeding. So if they have 10 million naira, they can hit their chest and say, hey, I'm a success because I have 10 million naira. I'm a success financially. For some other people, success can be different things. But in line with the current reality of a vast majority of Nigerians who would classify success as being able to take care of yourself, take care of your homes, afford everything that you can possibly afford, be recognized, be respected. People can use you as an example. For example, e.g., take a look at so person. That is what we would see as success, right? So, beyond having education as a head start for succeeding in life, what else would qualify as a head start for success? That is the conversation. So look at yourself. What do you think would have happened differently at the beginning of your journey that will probably made a huge difference? Is it money? Is it support? Is it education? Think about it, and then let us have this conversation. On X, we are at Nigeria Info PH. Facebook page, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Now, join the conversation by calling any of the phone numbers I am about to reel out. They are 1-0817-923-0002. That is 0817-923-0002. We also have 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 0306416 0809 0306416. A call screener is in standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you will hear will not be my voice, but that of the call screener. And yeah, turn down the volume of your radio set when you call and also be audible so we can hear you. And adding to the questions I asked earlier, do you think some people at some point had abused the head start that they had? You're having a conversation with your friends. They say, this country, I say, I beg. If anybody they talk, talk. You that you had this opportunity and that opportunity and you blew it. Nigerian Fair, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Thank you. This is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, you see, what gives me happiness and the joy that I have the success I can have is the peace of God in my life. You see, the money, although I need money, but money is not the ultimate and other material things. You see, I base on my fact of scripture mostly. And my peace I give unto you, not like the world. I have the peace of God. I'm contented, full of everything, both in this life here and the life to come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for calling, but I am not sure you understand this conversation. And I am thinking to myself, is there any way I had presented the conversation that sort of confused anyone so I can, take redress, go back and think of how best to present the conversation better? Was it head start I used that is the confusing part? I think I explained what it is, an advantage granted or gained at the beginning of something. So this is the advantage you have. This is what you can hold on to as a base to build on. Does it make any sense now? Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome. Hello? Okay. Nigerian folk, good afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side.
Square, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. I was asking if I had at some point confused us during the introduction of my conversation, though.
No.
Oh, okay.
You didn't.
Okay.
Maybe, let me not brief anybody. Let's just one. The determination and the right information from the beginning.
Determination and right information, okay?
And relationship. one thing that I've made a lot of progress in this part of the world is poor relationship. Most of us go into relationship for the wrong reason, but they don't know with that relationship you can build or you can even get a contract from where you least expected. That information, so company are dropping a bid to supply 20 rice bags, 50 cartons of chicken, pepper and salt. You see this information? Companies have put it out. They are looking for people who will bid and let them give the contract. Nobody. So what the company does is to just depend on anybody. Just bring and come. Before you know what they'll bring to the company, after the company will take the full stock and access of it, they run short and the company will regret. Information and relationship. This area, most of us have lost it, even including graduates too. That relationship you keep with that person. You know, in those days when we are coming up now, what they have is a complimentary card before the phone came in. Mm-hmm. You remember?
Yes, I remember.
Complimentary card. Some don't value it. Some value it. Some even pick complimentary card on the ground. Maybe they are going to Rumola. They saw it on the ground. They pick it up and they follow through that relationship. So I think for the benefit of this conversation, I will also add in relationship.
Relationship.
It could make you know person.
Okay. Knowing someone, not just anybody. Oh, I remember the time I was having a conversation. I know it was something centered around education. I had an educationist. I think that was Sa Ikechiwogo talk about how some parents intentionally enroll their children in certain schools. Schools where you usually would have the elites children in attendance. And this was because they understood the power of building relationships and how it pays off in the long run. So you attended a school where the son of Senator Akpabio attended, or the daughter of this person or the daughter of that person. And tomorrow, all of you are graduates. And then you're looking for a job. You could easily say, Guy Alpha, I'm good, what's happening? Please, I think I need to tell your dad to hook me up, or because he read. He said, that's a daddy, my friend, this. Or I'm into this, I need patronage, or I need some sponsorship, or whatever it is. But it was as a result of attending the same school as the children of these people. This is not to say that you were broke on your own, but you see, leveraging on that relationship, some have classified it as a head start. Chinasa from Warfare, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dennis. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing?
Fine, no problem. For the benefit of this conversation, to me, I actually think that good guidance, that's giving me a very good head start.
Okay.
You know why I say that? Some of us will have the results, but we don't have proper guidance on how to use it to succeed. You understand? So if you have a proper guidance, somebody telling you, look, don't give up, you will succeed. Do it this way, do it this way. A lot of people have succeeded through that way. You understand? He was opportune, he had money, a good friend of ours, which he inherited from his mom. But he intended to blow it up. He wanted to blow it up until he met a guidance, a good friend that served as a guidance, who now directed him. My friend, you will not gain anything by wasting this money or blowing it off, flex with it. Why not do this? Why not do this? Today he's better off, and he has never forgotten that guy. Anytime he sees me, say, look, Chinasa, this man, if not for him, I wouldn't have been what I am today. So to me, I think proper guidance
Proper
from a
guidance.
good one, yes.
Okay.
Would have made the difference. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dennis from location. I'm so sorry, Dennis. You would have to call back. So on Twitter, a lot of things happened on Twitter. Some of you may not be privy to if you're not on the Twitter space. So there was a banter. It was centered around Davido, by the way. And a lot of people acknowledged how Davido had a good head start. And this is why. In terms of vocal strength, what's it called? Please help me, all ye music lovers. In terms of having the greatest voice, you wouldn't look at a Davido. I mean, we have the likes of Praise, Mida Kolo, and name them with far beautiful vocals than the likes of Davido. Even if we're going to be comparing by way of lyrics, haven't listened to some of Davido's songs. I wouldn't say the lyrics were as catchy as. A lot of people felt that Davido blew, and it was easy for Davido to blow because he was Emi Baobalowo, son of a rich man. Emi Owo Babalowo. Should we not that they say? I hope I'm singing the song right. Please help me. Yeah. So Davido's father, he has money. So even if Davido sang trash, it wouldn't have been a problem to promote Davido's songs. I mean, what is lacking for some really great artists is they have not gotten to the right audience that will appreciate their music and help them to blow. So sing great songs all you want. If you're unable to even raise up a little capital for promotion, chances are that your song is only great and wonderful for the few people who love you enough to listen to it and have it on their mobile devices and play it. But Davido would not have struggled so much because if he came out for production, having the best person produce his songs, having the best promotion company help promote his songs, it was a head start for him musically. That is what is some people. That is some people's opinion, and I came to think of it, and I said yes, I agree with them to a large extent, because I don't mean to hate. In the words of some people, waiting Davido they sing. I hope you get what I mean. I hope you understand what I mean. Waiting Davido they sing. Where so person not they sing passam. But where are these so person? Head start. What is the advantage that they have? How many people are willing to pick them up and be sponsors? How many of them are willing to sign them up to some of the big record labels? Ever wondered why there are a lot of record labels, I beg your pardon, not labels that some upcoming artists look forward to be signees of? Because they understand the power of having that advantage. Take what Don Jazzy, right, that's his name, Don Jazzy is doing with Maven Records. Yeah, a lot of them may not be singing today, but you cannot displace the fact that if there was no Don Jazzy in their lives, they probably wouldn't be known names. The Robuchi people, the DJs that's no longer singing. Sorry, I have to use music to expatiate or explain further. Emi Omo Baba. Okay, thank you. Oh, you know the song, huh? All right, thank you. The Correde Bello. What did Correde Bello sing again? Godwin. The what's this other guy's name again? The D'banj and him, they started the Mo Hits record. The Wandy Coles, the K Switch, the Dr. Seed, and the rest of them. Head start. So have a beautiful voice all you want. There's a new one now that I love so much. His name is I think the only song he did that I like. His name is called Magic. Yeah, Magic. My love is your love, baby. Aha. Do you see how nice the song is? It took a head start from a producer like Don Jazzy and having him signed on a record label like Maven Records. But how many Maven records can we have? How many record labels do we possibly have in River State? You said some of the artists in River State are complaining about how it's as if their songs are not blowing. So everybody is rushing to Lagos, like them Timaya people that left Port Harcourt and went to Lagos. So sometimes you make it big here and you feel like this place is now too small for you. You want to go to Lagos. And Lagos seems like a head start. More like the entertainment hub of the country. It seems like if you are in Lagos, you are at an advantaged position. Musically and entertainment-wise. So that is why I'm asking again. Beyond entertainment, beyond music, or beyond all the examples I have given to, make you understand exactly where I'm coming from, beyond having an education as a head start for succeeding in life, what else would qualify as a head start for success? Good afternoon, Zini. Who is Zini? My name is Denise, not Zini. So we need to go on a commercial break. When we come back, the conversation continues. To stay tuned to us.
Are you into business and sales?
Welcome back to the sunny side. We're still talking head starts for succeeding in life. If my mother was still alive, by now I wouldn't be suffering, because I know that she would have found a way. She was doing well when she was alive, so I would have had the best education and all, and that best education would have made me a millionaire by now. Thinking of head starts. Beyond having education as a head start for succeeding in life, what else would qualify as a head start for success? So, back to your WhatsApp messages before I head on to Facebook. Afternoon, Denise. My name is Dinkba Napoleon Rosie. Such a reasonable conversation or topic today. My head start in life would have been a proper advice on my career path. I subscribe to the idea of studying a course that isn't so marketable in life. Secondly, a proper head start would have been being skilled before heading into the university. I'm a graduate, but I don't have any skill, and this has been a bane to me. Finally, my head start would have been living in a location that offers some level of support to dreams. If I had known these things earlier, I wouldn't be so confused on my next step in life. Interesting. Nigeria info. Ash. Network, why doest thou that to me? All right. And it says, if you want to get education, go to the Western world. But in Nigeria, if you want to be successful, learn handwork or do business. The only education you need in Nigeria is to read and write. I'm yet to see who used all those garbage they taught us in school to get a job today. Imagine going to look for a job and they actually find the value of X in an interview. Parents should stop wasting money sending children to school in Nigeria. It is a waste of time. Just save that school fees when your children turn 18. Use the money and open business for them. Okay. Nigerian Phil, good afternoon. Go ahead. Hello? Alright, sorry about that. My name is Chinedu from Woji. I'm a software developer, but I'm working as a van sales rep. Today, with all the trainings, experience, and customer base I've gotten from the job, if I had a 2 million naira head start, I'll never need to work for anyone again. 2 million naira. Dash or loan or grant. Oh, yes. What about grants? Some people have used grants as a good head start as financing for their business. We'll talk more about this after the news.
It's your right to know. Nigeria.
the sunny side as we round off the conversation we began in the previous hour, talking about head starts and it in relation to succeeding in life, specifically head starts for succeeding in life. And I asked, beyond having another education as a head start for succeeding in life, what else would qualify as a head start? Some of you have said guidance, some of you have said a lot of things, but we continue from where we left off. Just a few seconds, please. All right, an emergency came up, but it has been handled. So where was I? All right. Having what you need, recognizing that you have what you require, and utilizing it properly are three different things. I now believe I came to earth with everything I needed to fulfill this life contract I agreed to before I was born. I come from a culture that believes everything you go through is tied to a blessing or a lesson you agreed to before you were born. From the way I looked to the schools I attended to the abusive parent figures I had, I needed them. Does that mean I got a head start? Yes and no. Yes, because I got what I needed. No, because some people are too bitter to concentrate on their own, so they make stupid comparisons and conclude life is unfair. Some chicks, it's their beauty that opens doors for them. It is what they need. Some, it's brains, a parent, a voice, or a role model. So we all get what we need. Whether we recognize or utilize them is a different case. Even the unpleasant childhood I had was something I needed as an ingredient to make me the kind of person I need to be for the next phase of my life. And this is what I keep telling some people who chose to learn the hard way. No matter how you feel I don't deserve what I have, you can't be me. You don't have what it takes to be me, because the fire that purifies a sun is the same one that kills a slave. Recognizing this is what made me stop whining about certain things. I could have been aborted because I was born out of wedlock, but if I'm here, I have never been a victim. I must have agreed to certain things I just don't remember. Interesting. Good afternoon, Didi. I think foresight and determination. When I was in secondary school, one of my cousins with me together in the same class decided to enroll in fashion and designing training. She was doing that training together with school. Then some of us never believed it would come out anything. But my cousin saw what that skill has for her in future. Today she's a professional designer with a brand. She trained herself in university through part-time and will now make our dresses from her. She has trained so many persons. She foresaw the future and decided to embrace tight. Today, it is paying off. Lady V sent that in. Foresight and determination. Isn't it not what, I mean, don't we all need foresight? I mean, if we could tell what the future held in store for us, that would be a head start, you know. So that we can start now to correct some wrongs that will cost us a whole lot in future. What do you think? I'm enjoying this program. Well done. Please, can you call the number again? Oh, yes, please. 0817 923 0002 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. 0809-030-6416. Do remember to turn down the volume of your radio set as you call. I'm not so sure about a call screener being on standby, but I believe the call screener is still on standby to take your calls first. In the next roughly 10 minutes, we should be done with this conversation, so I still look forward to hearing from you. Unique Boy on Facebook says, beyond having education, talent is also the main key for succeeding in life. Like some of our artists here in Nigeria are making waves in the world with their music, living good lives. So talent is good. Me, I'm a talented singer and a songwriter. Me, I need a new sponsor or a record label, please. You need my sponsorship. You have Jam Rocko. You have Jam Rock Gung. You have Jam Rock like this because I'm the rock. Okay, so life sponsors. There's something called life sponsors, right? People that, see beyond you. I'm going to play in your life. Some people are really such individuals because where would they be without such persons? For some people, their head start is God or the God they serve. It gives them an advantage position, Abby. It puts them at an edge because they have a divine being. So where would they be without that divine being in their life? Now this is hugely centered around their level of faith. But we cannot dispute that is their head start. Their tomorrow is sure because they have a supreme being that they see as the helm of affairs for them. Determination. Yeah. Someone once said that people that always get angry and sad about being maltreated by either step-parents or their madam or their oga or their oga's children or their madam's children, that is a head start for them. Because the kind of trainings they get, you see the children of these so-called ogas and madams, they don't get such trainings. So God forbid, sometime in future, the wealth is no more, or they lose these parents to one tragedy or the other, or the wealth is lost to one unforeseen. These children cannot stand. But you see the domestic helps, they will stand. In fact, the chances are that the domestic helps will do a lot better in life than the children of these wealthy ones, especially if they were maltreating them, that is. And one day the domestic help will be passing, or the former domestic help is passing and the child is passing, and they blow her like this. Boo, 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 boo. Say, don't you remember me? It was me now. I used to wash your clothes. I used to do you. Tell me, Kechi, go and bring water. Go and bring water. Kechi, go and do like this. I'll do like this. And they say, is this your car? Don't mind me. It's too much of Nollywood that I saw in those days. But hey, what if that training was what you needed to know that you needed to look out for yourself and you needed to succeed at all means, or by all means? In the end, some of these opportunities will present themselves in one way or the other. Our ability to look at them as opportunities and not just feel like we are entitled to them, or not feel like we are undeserving of some of the treatment that we got, is what is going to determine whether they will in the end count as part of the success stories that we would share. My name is Denise Dennis Wallo. I have Silas. Alright, Silas. And Silas, we lost our call with you. I'm so sorry. So thank you all so much for being a part of this conversation, for those who could get through to us via the phone lines and those who sent in their messages. You made it worthwhile. Up next is BBC Talk Your Own. And I remember I said the final hour it will be time for Family Matters with your series. My name is Denise Dennis Waller. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Just stay tuned to us.